गणपतये नमः। ॐ गणपतये नमः। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ गणपतये नमः।
जयधारी माँ। हर जीवन अनेक प्रकार के रंगों से भरा हुआ है। बातचीत वही रंग बांटेगी आप सबके साथ। हम सब एक हैं, बस सोच अलग अलग है। बटोर लीजिए उन रंगों को, जो भी आप चाहें इस बातचीत से, और ढाल लीजिए अपनी सोच में। यही मकसद है इस बातचीत का। आइए मिलते हैं अपने प्यारे से मेहमान से। अतिथि देवो भव।
जयधारी माँ आप सबको। आई वेलकम आवर ऑडियंस। आइए जुड़िए हमारे साथ। जयधारी माँ एंड जय हिंद। जय हिंद। हमारे आज के अतिथि is practicing work is worship. He is practicing that. और उन्होंने जो कुछ सीखा, जाना, उनके अनुभव, उनका काम, उनकी दिनचर्या, वो सब भारत के निर्माण के लिए है, देश के निर्माण के लिए। आइए उन पर एक वीडियो देखते हैं और फिर उनको जानते हैं, क्योंकि जो वो कर रहे हैं वो अपने में बहुत एक मानवता का भाव मांगता है, मेहनत मांगता है, लगन मांगता है। तो जानते हैं उनसे कि ये सब कहाँ से आता है उनके अंदर, कंसिस्टेंटली डे नाइट। एक वीडियो देखते हैं उन पर और फिर उनसे चर्चा शुरू करते हैं। जी।
He is a doctor and an Indian Revenue Service officer. Both.
जी, जी।
Doctor and an Indian Revenue officer.
जी, वीडियो देखते हैं। जी, जी। केदारी माँ, नमस्ते सर, नमस्ते सर, very welcome. आइए सर.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Sudhakar.
जी, गुड इवनिंग सर. सर, आपने ये वीडियो देखा, ये आपकी पूरी जर्नी है सर. सर
Thank you, ma'am.
आपको जी जी सर. सर आपको याद है आप बचपन में कैसे सोचते थे अपनी पढ़ाई को लेकर, अपने कर्तव्य को लेकर, अपने काम को लेकर? आपके थॉट्स क्या थे जब आप स्कूल में थे, कॉलेज में थे सर?
Ma'am, actually, my formal, that what we call today as that pre-nursery or nursery education was not proper. Actually, till my fourth class, I was in my village, my Tanda hamlet, which is at that time was not connected to by road, but we had a school very near to our home where my mother used to be a Anganwadi worker. I mean, she used to cook food for all the kids coming to school, and there we used to go to school for UNESCO powder. That UNESCO used to supply one powder for kids. So we used to go for that, but not really a kind of formal education there. But because it was very remotely connected village that time, now we have roads and everything. So till fourth class, I didn't do much a kind of formal education. But till that time, my values were shaped by my parents,
Yes.
who are very industrious, and whatever they take up, they do it very properly, and they take it to the logical conclusion. So by that time, we had almost some 80 plus buffaloes and cows, and I used to graze them along with my sister, and that was my main job that time. But at one fine day, my father took a call that he sold all the buffaloes and cows, and he took us to nearby town where he made all of my three brothers along with me, another two brothers younger to me. We are four brothers and three sisters. Ours is a very big family. So sisters are elder to me, so they are not educated. But he thought, no, this farming and grazing animals is not going to help my kids. So he took a decision, drastic decision in a day, that one day he sold all the buffaloes and cows. And we were shifted to nearby town called Narayankhed, which is a taluka. There we started our formal education. And by that time I was having the values, but not really the formal kind of education. From there, I happened to join one residential school in government, which is run by then Andhra Pradesh government. They are called social welfare schools. They are very model schools now also. And I happened to get seat into that school after writing an exam, which is based on the intelligence, and it's all common sense exam. So I thought I must be a very like I might have been very lucky to get into that exam by writing entrance. And from fifth class, my journey started. There, my teacher shaped my thoughts. I was ready to come out of that school, thinking I should go back to my mother. But one teacher called Vinod Sauda, he actually motivated me that by learning, by education only, you will do what you want to do to your mother. So from there, my journey began. I should always try to improve myself. From there, from fifth class itself, I always improved upon myself. At that time of my life, that I was thinking to become a bus conductor. But as I go on, I went on improving myself. I aspired to become a doctor, then civil servant, and now as a social entrepreneur also, ma'am. So this is how my thinking changed by way of continuous learning from my associates, my association. That is my sahacharya. That is my what we call as um, sa- uh, um, we have a word called uh, sat sat satkar means sahacharya mean good association. By being
Yes.
associated with good people, gradually my thoughts went on changing, and I became what I am today, ma'am.
So are you saying, Sudhakar, if you notice that I picked you up from a social media message where your good work, the work you're doing as a young IRS officer, Indian Revenue Service officer, transforming a whole village, it was there in a social media. And I picked up and I connected with you. And our team of demonstrative learning connected with you. And we wanted you to be on a Baatcheet because we thought you were going to be a great inspiration for public services across the length and breadth of this country. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for um, um, picking up me, ma'am. And earlier also, many kind-hearted, noble people, like my seniors, ma'am, they actually, my destiny changed when I got into contact with my senior officer, Dr. R.K. Paliwal. I was doing these works on my own without any notice of anybody. But my when my senior, very senior officer of our department, Dr. R.K. Paliwal sir, came to Hyderabad as Director General, I mean top boss of the both states in investigation wing, and I was working with him as a deputy commissioner. And sir, I mean wherever sir goes, he adopts a village. He has done this work in 4 villages by this time, and my village was third one. Fourth one, sir is doing now in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, near Bhopal. So sir came to Hyderabad, and sir was meeting all the senior officers, and senior officers suggested my name. This work can be done by Sudhakar, working under you only. So immediately, sir, on the first day only, sir called me in front of all senior officers. Sir told me whether you are willing to do this project. This is not official project, and it is not going to give you any kind of extra this remuneration something, but it is your passion, which if you are passionate, you just take it up. Then I said, yes, I will take it up, sir, with your guidance and with your support. We gradually started working on this project, man. And I'm fortunate to meet Paliwal sir, and I'm very fortunate to meet you again, ma'am, because this is where people like me get uh, enthusiasm and courage to do things out of the box, beyond the mandate of our duty, beyond the mandate of our office, in our personal space, in our personal time. We can do lot many things like that. Lot many officers are doing in our department, in other departments also. So this will encourage many youngsters to look beyond their office, think out of the box, and do something uh, better than what they are doing in their regular lives.
So far, what you said, Sudhakar, it's values. You had values before formal education. Second, you were then a teacher shaped you. Then came your senior officer, Dr. Paliwal, and so your values before school, your teachers shaped you after you joined a formal school, and then in Dr. Paliwal, which is within also of the revenue service, further inspired you. See how three people have shaped you to become what you are, and now you're shaping others.
Ma'am, this is called connecting the dots, ma'am. When we look at this juncture, maybe it is in my destiny to meet certain teachers who inspired me, who motivated me, who encouraged me to think out of the box. And maybe it is in my destiny to meet R.K. Paliwal sir, and today with you, ma'am. And I always feel that I am an instrument chosen by Almighty to do something. And whatever comes, I actually dream to become an IAS officer. My dream was to become an IAS officer, to become a district collector. But destiny brought me to this service. But I'm very happy, and I'm getting time to do my extra work beyond my office in my Indian Revenue Service. So I always think the destiny and time gives us the space which we deserve if we keep on improving ourselves.
जी सर, आपके आपके पिताजी ने ये यात्रा शुरू करी आपके लिए, फिर आपके टीचर्स मिले, फिर आपको आपके सीनियर्स मिले, then life gave you position, life gave you power. सर, कभी आप सोचते हैं कि मैं कौन हूँ? बिकॉज सर, आप ये पावर और ये पोजीशन उसको जिस तरह यूज कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह उसका सदुपयोग हो रहा है, जिस तरह जिस डायरेक्शन में आप जा रहे हैं, क्या है वो कोर वैल्यूज क्या है दैट कीप्स यू गोइंग? बिकॉज बहुत बच्चे हमको पूछते हैं कि हमको सर्विसेज को ज्वाइन करना है, और हम बार बार उनको पूछते हैं कि सर्विसेज के लिए आपको पहले डिफाइन करिए आपके कोर एथिक्स क्या है, कोर वैल्यूज क्या है। सर, आपके कोर एथिक्स और कोर वैल्यूज क्या है जो आप दैट डिफाइन यू सर?
मैम, मेरा कोर वैल्यू है वो मैंने रामकृष्ण मिशन में सीखा है मैम. व्हेन आई वाज in association with Ramakrishna Mission, when I was doing my MBBS, I was struggling to speak in English, ma'am. So I hail from Telugu medium, and I joined Ramakrishna Mission to learn English. There, while learning English, every day they used to give 15 minutes character modules. I mean, Swamijis used to teach us for 15 minutes before starting the class. That every day there's different things they used to give us to create mindfulness in us. And I realized that core of that was Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's philosophy was work is worship. Whatever you do it as a worship. And if you do it as a worship, result will come on its own. So I just followed that, ma'am, throughout my life, whether in office or outside office. Lot of struggles, lot of obstacles keep coming, whether in personal life, social life, everywhere. But I always believed that my work should speak, and my work will only reward me. So I just followed that philosophy, ma'am. Whether while studying, that I gave my best efforts. Like after preparing when I got into civil services, I just believed that my best effort is done. If I don't get into civil services, I will not again appear it. My efforts are totally whatever best effort I could do, I have given. I'm very happy at my efforts, and beyond this, I cannot do. If my efforts are fruitful, I will get into service, and I believed it, and I happened to come into the service. The same thing I'm doing in everywhere, ma'am, and I'm so lucky to get the very encouraging people across me, whether in office, outside, everywhere, ma'am.
When you started with this kind of giving, a spirit of giving, because you went beyond your normal work, traditional. Let's see. Sana, carry on. I haven't got a sneeze.
सर,
Yes, ma'am.
आपको आई एम ऑल्सो नोटिसिंग सर, मैं ये जब आप बोल रहे हैं सर, मैं एक बात रियलाइज कर रही हूँ, आपने अपनी सिंप्लिसिटी को अपनी स्ट्रेंथ बनाया सर. आप अपने रूट्स के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, आपने अपनी सिंप्लिसिटी और सादगी को स्ट्रेंथ बनाया सर. सर, एक और जो ऑब्जर्वेशन है सर, वो आप कैसे करते हैं सर? जब आपको आपके टीचर मिले, यू ऑब्जर्व्ड व्हाट ही वाज सेइंग. जब आपको आपके सर मिले, यू ऑब्जर्व्ड, सीनियर्स मिले, यू ऑब्जर्व्ड व्हाट दे वर सेइंग. जब आप रामकृष्ण परमहंस रामकृष्ण मिशन के हिस्सा बने, यू ऑब्जर्व्ड व्हाट गुरुजी's learnings were. You're constantly in touch with what destiny is talking to you, telling you. You are connected with another wonderful thing you said, that आपने तय कर लिया था कि मैंने अपना I've given my best to the entrance exam. Then it was surrender. But after giving your best, and you knew that you had given your best. So talk about this journey. Which are these qualities? What is your mind frame like? Because you've done a lot, sir. You've achieved a lot. And you're in a very, very sensitive, powerful position with your simplicity intact. How have you done this?
Uh, Ma'am, actually, I call it as a two virtues, which I happened to learn while I used to read books when I was preparing for civil service. Before that, also, when I was preparing for civil services, I used to read Swami Vivekananda's quotes, which I bought for just 1 rupee in Ramakrishna Mission. So every day when I woke up, I used to read that book, at least 5 6 quotes every day, and those quotes got into my character, uh, like every day in action. And I always believed that humility and gratitude, that is being always humble and surrendering yourself to the higher self
Yes.
and connecting yourself with the higher self, and always being grateful to whatever small things that has happened in your life, whether it is a smallest help you got from your colleague or your fellow officers or fellow human beings. We should always be grateful, and I always try to be that. If I get some thing, I always remain grateful for that. And what I'm doing is I'm doing out of my gratitude that government has given me good education, and I got educated in government school, very good government schools. I got into one good residential junior college, which is one of the top colleges of that time. Still, it is a top college in government sector. And in my college, whoever comes into that college, they will become either doctors, engineers, many IAS officers, many civil servants from my college. So that best education is uh, given to me by society. I got it from society, by government, and I'm just doing it. I'm just returning it back by whatever I do with small small acts, ma'am.
Supposing you were not with the Ramakrishna mission, and supposing you did not continue to follow and read Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda regularly, supposing you hadn't done that, would you have shaped this way?
Ma'am, probably I might not have. I read Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji and Swami Vivekananda, and I read a lot on Gandhiji. I read all the good people who are there, whom I feel I should read and I should imbibe their values. But certainly, Ramakrishna Mission has changed our value system, because in our college we have a group, and the one of the pillar of my support of this work is my batchmates, who are all MBBS doctors and all super specialty doctors now in big hospitals across the country, across the globe. In fact, many in USA, and they are all my pillar of support, and they are all driven by these values, ma'am. Where we used to be working, we had a student body that time working for welfare of the orphanages and slums. That student body is now has transformed itself into a mission, a foundation called Yajna, that is doing wonderful work in another rural area, where they are running a hospital and school for orphans. And these are all doctors who are doing this works, ma'am. So our value system is definitely shaped by Swami Vivekananda, and we owe it to Ramakrishna Mission a lot, ma'am.
So you were doing this as a student body before you joined the service.
Yes, ma'am. We were associated with Swamiji that time. Many they used to take us to orphanages and slums, because we were the first hand like learning doctors. And after that, also I worked in Vivekananda Health Center in Ramakrishna Mission, which is a
Wonderful.
charity health institution,
Mm.
where the poor people, poorest of the poor, come and take treatment. Ramakrishna Mission runs this hospital for all specialties, So I was doing it as part of my when I was doing my house surgeonship, and we just used to whenever we are free, we used to go there and we used to serve the Ramakrishna Mission people. Ma'am. So definitely, it has a lot more impact in our lives, ma'am.
Absolutely. You mean to say all the students who were together working as doctors, as a student body, Ramakrishna Mission took you to the orphanages, took you to the slums, made you work and volunteer time in the hospitals. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Ramakrishna Mission also, and we have very good seniors that time who were already part of Ramakrishna Mission, and we used to be their followers. Like it's a chain followership, ma'am. Still, our people do their in our medical college, Usmania Medical College. There is a student body, Usmania Medical Students for Service and Development, OMSSD we call it. So we are still that body is still continuing, and they are into these services, ma'am. Orphanages, slums. During their student days, out of 200 intake of every year, at least some 30-40 doctors get connected with these thoughts, ma'am. So not all will get connected, but certainly some 30-40 people get connected, and they keep on working like this, ma'am. So I am one of them, ma'am.
Sudhakar, did that play a role when you were being interviewed for the UPSC? You were interviewed for the UPSC. Did all this figure in the interview when you were taking the exam?
And certainly, my interview was totally based on my DAP, ma'am, detailed application form, and I had some situational questions, like if you are a DM, what would you do, like that, ma'am. But certainly not much on my what I have done in my medical college as a doctor. Not much on that, ma'am. Nothing, ma'am.
So, what were your questions? Did they ask you? Did they probe you that if you were being the did this come in the value systems of yours? Did they get tested you? Did you ask? What recall some of the questions which were asked?
Ma'am, I mean, I was asked one question, ma'am. You are a doctor, and government has spent a lot on you, and why are you choosing another career after taking a lot of support from government? Then I told ma'am that certainly as a doctor I can do a lot, and a lot many people are doing, and I can help many patients in a human in manavata bhav se, because I have that value system. But I told there are three more things which will help me in if I become a civil servant. I told there is a task identity, task significance, and significance mean and the contribution that you make as a civil servant. In my village where I went there, ma'am, as a village which we adopted, people, if I was a doctor, they would not have given me this support. Certainly, I would not have got this much support. But as a civil servant, they have given me that much respect, and they have obliged my suggestions. Yes, he is the officer, like he is coming for us to help us. I am nowhere connected to this village, ma'am. It is not my village, and I was never knowing that village before I went there, ma'am. And this was not chosen by some subjective criteria, but was chosen after visiting 5 villages. We had the condition that you have to be united and you have to be participative. So I saw that participativeness in this village, where village is very vibrant and very participative. They promised me that we are four different party people here, but we will unite for your cause and for our cause. So they stood by their word, ma'am. And that village sarpanch, Ramchandra Reddy, is a very gentleman and is a statesman-like person. In a village, I found very statesmanship in his leadership. There are other four people also, some Aluri Narsimha and Sanjivaya, Kistayam, that lot many people. So they all became one, ma'am, and now also they are one. They fight elections, but after immediately on that day of election only, they forget their rivalries. They don't have this rivalries which we see in other villages, because In villages, these rivalries are very acute, and they fight like anything. But here they have foregone for a larger cause, ma'am.
Sir,
In a way, Guchu, 1 minute. In a way, this is a continuity of what you just said. In a
Ji.
way, when a person with a professional degree enters the UPSC, in your case, you were a doctor. There's also sometimes an engineer or an MBA or another degree they come with. And if when they join the public service, it becomes an added power. It's an added power then, because public now respects, because get twice over. Like if come with an engineering background, when they work with the village as a volunteer, they can do so much in engineering projects in the village. You did it from a medical, and then you took it towards empowerment. Others also can use their degree, whether in management or engineering and medicine or any other degree which they may have, or information technology. You never know. So, in a
Yes.
way, you are saying that when you are with professional degree, with all the UPSC, with all those candidates of the UPSC, when they qualify for civil services, they are actually giving to the people twice over. One, the power to serve, the government to serve at the doorstep. And second is the degree with which they're coming. It's an amazing chemistry.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we get very diverse background in our civil services, ma'am.
Yes.
And that is the beauty of our Indian civil services.
Yes.
We have a veterinary doctor, we have a agriculture professional, we have
Yes.
many engineers, we have many different background people, ma'am. And
Yes.
we all contribute in a different, in all our ways, ma'am. And this is how our still there is a aura for civil services, despite having very good professional degrees. Actually, in many other batches, ma'am, in our batches also, there were many medical postgraduates were there. So, and they are all doing contributing a lot in different ways, ma'am. So, this helps our degree, our professional degrees helps us, ma'am. And being a medical professional, it helped me to get connected to more and more people, ma'am, because I'm a doctor and I'm called always for different medical advices and medical support, ma'am. So that increases my network. And in village, certainly it helped me to create different things, ma'am, in different platforms like health camps and creating a village health profile, all these things, ma'am.
Fantastic.
Sir, a very lovely observation, sir. And I think ये बहुत बड़ी blessing है. It's a great blessing. सर आप देख रहे हैं कि village माँ भूमि ने भी चुना. माँ भूमि also, it's that village Gonglur that wanted you to come there. That also has come to you. Sir, your teacher, your father's blessings, your seniors, being in Hyderabad, the village, it's all coming to you, sir. You are being shown the path that,
But he goes every weekend. He goes there on his own every weekend to serve.
yes, sir, but that's, gee. Sir, are you sensing your path and how are you being so true to it? You're walking on that path. Sir, what I'm leading to is, sir, कि आप सबको साथ लेकर चल रहे हैं. You're taking everyone along. There's no contradiction or conflict. How are you handling that? Because you're handling so many minds. Your work is also so people oriented. The NGO world is people oriented. How are you taking everyone along with you, sir? Because your work is full of participation.
Ma'am, for this, I like, first thing is like, ma'am, we should be humble, ma'am. To that humility gives a lot of space for people to come with you. And when we are humble enough, we get connected with as many people as possible, ma'am. And the second one is being grateful, ma'am. Like even a smallest help I got from the villagers, it is for their help, for their benefit. But I always used to acknowledge it. I used to call them personally, and I have almost some 200, 300 people number in my phone today also. Village people, they know me personally. They reach me, and I also reach them whenever we do something. So I try to involve everyone. I make them feel important. I make them feel, yes, sir has called me. I should go there. So that is how I got support of village, ma'am. And seeing my work, district administration also started supporting us. There were very good collectors there, Hanmant Rao and Dr. Sharath, and now Pravinya. Now Pravinya is collected there. So we got very good support from district administration also. Seeing that participativeness of people and our sincerity to going there everywhere. And like the work which we were doing was connecting my department like anything, ma'am. All my top bosses of Hyderabad, except last 1 year, because I was not there in Hyderabad, have visited my adopted village, and my chairman also visited our village, and chairman actually laid the foundation for women entrepreneurs, cottage industry, self-help women cottage industry, as a principal CC, and chairman came here there again to inaugurate the industry within 1 year. So that was the support I got from my seniors also, my department and my IRS association officers. So it was all like, there is one um, saying in alchemist: if you envision something for good, whole world, whole universe conspires to help you. So I think that is what happened in my case, ma'am. In our case, कि हमने एक एक अच्छा इंटेंशन थे, हमने काम किया है, and everyone supported us, ma'am. District administration, village elders, senior officers, and my batchmates. My batchmates in IRS are in my MBBS, both ways, ma'am.
Tell us your one-day routine, because you have a functioning office, full-time work. How do you combine this? How do you combine your voluntary work, your social development work with your profession?
Ma'am, actually, every day the weekdays I spend totally on my office, ma'am. My office work, whatever 8 hours I have, I do it for my office. And on weekend, I don't bring anything to office to my home, ma'am. I mean, I will not think about anything on my 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. If anything is there, I will delegate it to my colleagues and subordinates. But on weekend, I plan to work for my social and my personal and my family life, ma'am. So this is how I balance. But certainly, definitely, it is my wife, Nikita. She's very much part of my mission here. So it is her support and her sacrifice also, that all wives want their husbands to be along with them. But here I got very good support from my wife, that she won't mind if I am not there on weekend. If I go to village also, she won't mind. So they understood me, she understood me, and it is how this is happening now. So it is like personal effort and time, which is balanced with the professional office work.
It's a very interesting thing, Dr. Sudhakar, is that when the government selects a candidate for civil service, they select and they force, they appoint them and they give them a position. They get two things in the process: bonuses. They get two bonuses. One is the profession they come with, the skill with which they come, qualified skill. Second is the family support. They bring a family also into the work. Like, for instance, your wife is your pillar of strength, and she supports you and does not come in the way of your supporting the villages, spending your weekends at work. So I think it's a very rare, it's an important understanding that the government actually is hiring you for civil services, but also hired your past skill, and also your family support, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a
Yes, ma'am.
bonus. These are three
Yes, ma'am.
bonuses.
Yes, ma'am.
How
Ji,
did you
sir.
Yes,
deploy?
ma'am.
How did you
Certainly.
handle? Yeah.
Certainly, ma'am.
Don't
It
you
is.
don't you tell your colleagues that this is what we can do? We are three in one. Every one of us, whether in the IAS, the IPS, the civil service, the revenue services, or customs, any service, we are a three in one for the society. One is position, second is our profession, which we came with, third is our spouses. Our spouses. In this case, you are a man. There could be another woman whose husband could be of a support. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, all the civil servants are unique, ma'am, and everyone has a passion. What I observed in civil services for last 12 and a half years, ma'am, in IRS, that everyone is unique, ma'am, and everyone has their passion, and we spend time for that passion, ma'am. Actually, someone is good at playing, someone is good at music, someone is good at um, writing. My batchmates have written very good books, ma'am. So they are interested in their passion is to write. So they are doing it, and whatever they are passionate, they devote for it, ma'am. And I'm also doing it the same thing, ma'am. I'm passionate about community engagement, so I'm doing that, ma'am. And people who are whatever they are passion, they are doing it, ma'am. So that is the beauty of civil services. We get into this with our own personal passions also, and we pursue them, ma'am. And there are many civil servants who are doing wonderful work across the sectors, not only social work, ma'am, whether it is literature, music, and sports also, ma'am. So, lot many things, ma'am.
Sir, I think it's so evident why you can take people along with you because you recognize their strength. I think it's so evident from your answer. That's how you're being able to take everyone along with you. Sir, there's a question I want to ask you. Sir, on one hand, you have the IRS workers worship zone, your job, where you see so much of resources. Sir, it's related to money and resources. And you see cases where there is an overflow and then you correct it. And on the other hand, during weekends, you see where there's lack of resources. What happens in your mind, sir? Monday to Friday, you're seeing data and money and data entries and what's going right, what needs correction. And then on the weekends, you have to garner resources for a section of society. What goes on? There are two extremes, sir.
Ma'am, actually, what I see in office and what I do in community, ma'am, have a connection, ma'am. Uh, actually, uh, as you said, ma'am, we are having plenty of resources, and plenty of resources mean we have enough opportunities, but we do not have capabilities to utilize those opportunities, ma'am. We are like we need to enable people to utilize those opportunities. So it is not like that, ma'am, ki rural India doesn't have opportunities. There is a lot more in future, ma'am, from rural India. Future is like agri business, ma'am, because there is lot of scope to make a value addition in the agri sector by villagers itself, ma'am. And what we are doing in village is that one only, ma'am. I happened to listen uh, Honorable Prime Minister's speech in 2020 in COVID year, ma'am. 15th August 2020. Honorable Prime Minister gave like it was a mid of COVID time, ma'am. We were in COVID pandemic that time. So Honorable Prime Minister gave one call that Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Yes.
uh, Honorable Prime Minister spoke a lot on that. That it is in our gene, it is in our DNA that Atmanirbharta. After 20-25 years, we should become self-reliant. I mean, we should become uh, we should not depend on others. So that time that is the time where we started this self-help women entrepreneurship, ma'am. We were doing masks for COVID pandemic. We were meeting the need of COVID pandemic under the guidance of my seniors. My senior, Sri VK Gupta sir, is retired now, but he suggested me, Sudhakar, why can't we take up this mask making by our village people? And it was not my idea, madam. It was my sir VK Gupta sir idea. He sir told me, Sudhakar, let's do something in village where mask scarcity is there, and you are a doctor, you know how 3-layer mask can be made. Then I said, yes, sir, we will do. We took up that initiative, and we got masks made by the village woman, ma'am. We made lot many masks that we supplied it to police department, our department, and many other departments, and many public also, ma'am. Some schools like that. In that, village women made handsome money. They got 10 to 15,000 in a span of 1 month by making just those masks. So that is their profit. Then they also realized that yes, if we come together, we will have something in mind. Then I happened to listen Prime Minister's speech, and we thought, okay, Atmanirbharta is what we need, and that self-reliance should can also be done in village, where we have raw material like agri products. We have in that area we grow a lot of safflower. Safflower is one of the oil seeds, ma'am. It is a very good healthy oil which is consumed in that part of country. I mean Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, that part. Safflower. So we have very good cultivation. It is a rain-fed crop. So it's a poor man's crop. So from that we can press oil, cold press oil.
Sunflower.
And safflower, ma'am. It is
Safflower.
another variety of safflower.
Safflower.
Yes, ma'am. It is white sunflower. So that is grown plenty there. We had very good supply. So we thought, okay, we will start cold press oil. This mask making has turned into a cold press oil venture, ma'am. Then cold press oil, say we just ventured into hand pounded dals, traditionally pounded dals. There is a difference between hand pounded dal, which we used to consume in our olden days, ma'am. My mother used to do it on her own in home, and that is very healthy and very nutritious actually. Now whatever we are making, we are not able to retain. We are selling it fast, ma'am. The village women, what they are making in traditional way, is getting good price. The market price of the polished dal is around 105, whereas we are selling our unpolished dal, that is hand pounded dal, to 160, ma'am. So that is the demand and market for that hand pounded dal, because it is very nutritious and it is helping the village women to get the employment because it is labor driven. So that is where we got a lot of resources, ma'am. We have there is no scarcity of resources. Only thing is we need skills and ideas and people to innovate with those ideas, ma'am. So maybe we are doing that one, ma'am. So there is no
Yes.
difference that from office and that way, space, ma'am.
सर
How are you inspiring your colleagues? How are you spreading this? How are you inspiring your colleagues in the other services? I can understand the Indian Revenue Service. They are your colleagues, your batchmates, and your own service. But Sudhakar, what you're doing can be done by everybody in the civil service. Everybody in the civil service. No less, no more. You are in one way knowing the family of Indian revenue because you are dealing with the rich. Those who are being taxed, they've got resources. And you can easily link the have with the have not. You can easily inspire the rich to contribute for the where it is required in the backward areas. What about others? How are you multiplying this effect? Because this is exactly the need of the hour, what you're doing. If every civil servant starts doing this in this country, whether it's in the police, whether it's in administration or in the revenue service, whichever, tell me.
Ma'am, after seeing this, ma'am, actually I got inspired by my guru, mentor R.K. Paliwal sir, ma'am. So sir has done this already 2 villages, and this my village was third village, and sir is doing again in one more village, ma'am. And with my example, ma'am, there are many senior officers from other services who have started this work in their villages also, ma'am. And there are some junior, I mean, young officers also who are taking up these ideas, and they are also calling me, and like there are many other officers in our service itself, ma'am. They are doing water conservation work. They are doing plantation, environmental issues works also, ma'am. So this goes on with the people who want to do like this, ma'am. But every civil servant is unique, ma'am. They have their own passion, ma'am.
Yes.
So everyone pursuing it, ma'am. So maybe we are into this thing because we are passionate about this, ma'am.
Very
I
nice.
appreciate
But it
that.
is going on, ma'am. It is going on, and not only civil servants, ma'am. Some public representatives have also started this thing. Ki, yes, we will do this kind of thing. And our idea of library, we started in a village, adopted village, ma'am. Library cum study center has been implemented in 30 plus villages by doctors, public representatives, and some village people itself, ma'am. Ki, yes, we want this in our village, because in villages houses are typically 1 BHK or 2 BHK, ma'am, and in every house there is a TV. TV is has become a very there is like every house which is there is no house which is not having a TV nowadays, and in that house only these kids, small kids who go to school, have to study. On one side parents will be watching some serial, and one side a kid will be sitting to study, so he doesn't get good space to study in his home, ma'am. So once we started this library and study center, they are utilizing this library and study center, uh, and I can share you some photographs where the kids study in the evening 9, 10 also, ma'am. So
Wonderful.
they are utilizing these libraries and study centers, and we are impressing many people to do it in their own villages, not in others.
So,
So
so tell
this
me,
is going on.
how can civil servants balance, how can they balance efficiency with empathy?
Ma'am, ma'am, one thing is, ma'am, efficiency is what office expects from you and what you are delivering in office. And if you are delivering beyond the expectation of our office, ma'am, uh, they will allow you to do whatever you do outside, ma'am. So this is what I learned, ma'am. I always try to do more than what my bosses expect, ma'am. And I always keep this principle: ki I should not meet the expectation. I should surpass the expectation of my bosses. And if I do that, then I will not have any hindrance to do my social work. Where my empathy goes, where my personal time, space, energies go, ma'am. So if you are doing our work properly, I mean efficiently in office, that helps us outside office also, ma'am. There are instances where I was in investigation, and my bosses, super bosses, liberally told me, okay, now you can go. You just go and visit your village. Don't worry about it. I got such kind of bosses, ma'am. So I'm very lucky to manage office and social work.
So, what does ethical leadership mean to you in today's administrative system? What does ethical leadership mean to you?
Ma'am, ethical leadership is like if we uh, perform what is expected of our office, and we also, if we do some out of the box thinking and do it in a different way, where it is not just the um, output, but it is the outcome which will benefit the uh, across, I mean, different sections of society, ma'am. Like our output, I mean, our action will lead to multiplier effect in different ways, ma'am. So, like, uh, if we are performing as per these expected norms, that itself is a big contribution, ma'am. And if we inculcate in ourselves, like whatever we do has an impact, it has an impact on uh, maybe if I'm a tax administrator and the taxpayer, by resolving his grievances, by administering tax administration in a prudent way. So in that way we can manage, ma'am. And ethical leadership should always think out of the box to solve office problems and office issues and beyond office issues also. In thinking out
Studying
of the box,
constitution, Doctor, studying constitutional law, how did it impact your, how did it influence your taxation policies which you came up with?
ma'am, constitutional law helped me. I mean, overall, when I studied it for 2 years, ma'am, I understood every action of the government has a constitutional principle imbibed in it. A constitution in action is our policy implementation, ma'am. So whatever we are doing in office or outside office has a constitutionalism. I mean, we are implementing the spirit of the constitution. And when I go for like after, I mean, we have already studied about the constitution when we are preparing for civil services, ma'am.
Yes.
But doing constitutional law helped me to broaden my knowledge about the constitutions across the countries, and especially our country, how a functioning democracy has evolved and how it is sustaining itself.
Okay, Saida, yours.
Sir, you work with the grassroots, you work with communities. Sir, what are their aspirations? How is their mind thinking? What are they aspiring? What are the expectations from the government, from society, from people in positions of power? How are they thinking, sir?
Ma'am, there are different kind of people at grassroots, ma'am. One is those who want to improve their capabilities and utilize the opportunities available in the society. Like I met a couple of people who are ready to do increase the value in their agriculture. I mean, they don't want any government. They are hardly bothered about any government kind of free pension like that, ma'am. So free, some kind of freebies, but they are interested to utilize the opportunities available by improving their capabilities. But they don't know the ways, ma'am. They don't know the how to go about it. So there are people who want to increase the value in their agriculture. Suppose they are having some 3 acres of land, ma'am. They get maximum 60 to 1 lakh rupees yield out of after doing all these things, ma'am, after their expenses. So they want to increase it by just not just 60 to 1 lakh rupees, but they should get it more in the same agriculture land. So for what they can do. So there are many government schemes, ma'am, which they want to utilize, but they don't know. They first is they lack awareness. Second is how to approach, how to liaison with the government machinery, and how to utilize those opportunities. And there are people. Everybody thinks in terms of like what what can I get from the government? I mean, how can I improve myself, my family? I mean, they're concerned about their family, their kids, their own this thing, ma'am. And if they improve their families, then they are improving the community itself, ma'am. So that is what community aspiration, ma'am.
Jesus.
Sudhakar, one final question which we could ask before we close at 7 is, what does success mean to you as a public servant, as an individual, as an Indian, and as a civil servant? What does success mean to you?
Ma'am, success means whatever uh, plan we have made or whatever aspiration we had, and we executed it. And once we execute it, whatever the impact it has on the self, on the family, on the community, ma'am. So here, by doing this village work, by doing this community engagement, For self, I got broader network, ma'am. I got very good network across the sectors, across the segments of the society. That is a benefit to me, and I got also good name, and my name is known to many people, and I'm getting support by way of this, ma'am. Whereas my family, it has given a reputation also. Whereas the community, it has given some kind of livelihood opportunities, some kind of improvement where things would have been different, but it has been a different now. They would have been different, but by way of our engagement, our support, our involvement, it has been a different thing. So I see in terms of impact, ma'am, success is what impact it is going to have on self, on the family, on the community, and on the uh, society or a nation as a whole, ma'am. So
So you look at the impact. You
yes, ma'am.
prefer you examine, you value the impact it has left of your work. That is success for you, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Impact. Yes, ma'am.
At work, and what is success at work in your professional work, in your formal work? Here is a volunteering work, extended community giving, and in your own profession, taxation.
Ma'am, if I deliver what is expected of me, and if I deliver it in a uh, um, speedy and without any adversarial way, then I see it as a success, ma'am. If
Very
I
nice.
live up to my expectation of my bosses, my role of office, I see it as a success, and I measure my performance by the very quantitative measures, ma'am. Quality is left to my seniors, ma'am, to judge.
How do you
But
inspire your youngsters? How do you inspire your juniors?
ma'am, I have uh, nothing more to tell, ma'am. But only thing is, think your work as worship, then results will follow for them, ma'am. If
But how
we,
do you inspire your juniors that they work with you and you meet a common goal? After all, it's a teamwork.
ma'am, there are different passionate people, ma'am. They are having their own different passions. So whatever we do, if we do it with a um, if we do it by considering our efforts, the results will flow on for themselves, ma'am. So if we give our efforts in such a way that that we don't feel bad, ki I didn't contribute in a way that I should have contributed.
But how do
Then
you make them work with you? Sudhakar, what I'm asking is you as a leader now. One is you as a leader, as a community face, right? But here is a revenue service official. How do you get the best work out of your own team? Tell us me one good practice which you follow by which you get the best for your work, formal work.
ma'am, I just keep acknowledging the contribution of each member, ma'am. I always acknowledge their contribution, and I give them credit or gratitude, ma'am. Like, yes, you did it. Because of that only, we got this. So I keep on acknowledging their contribution, ma'am. And that is how I got connected to a lot big institutions in Hyderabad, ma'am. IIT Hyderabad or NIRD, National Institute of Rural Development, and lot many doctors from my college and my other colleges, ma'am. So I feel acknowledging the contribution of even a smallest contribution should be acknowledged. Then we get very good team work, ma'am.
It's wonderful to hear you
Excellent.
and meet you
Excellent.
today. And so I think we can clearly see that you like to take everyone along with you. And your seniors and your juniors, they all have a lot of fondness for you, sir. So we pray that you always have that, sir. And you're taking everybody along. You're very positive. You're working on everybody's strength. You're acknowledging their strengths, sir. You're doing everything in a lot of harmony. I think that's wonderful, sir. That's
Dr.
really very good. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Naik, you are our first serving officer on Baatcheet. You are our first one. You're iconic for us. This is the first time we deviated from our program and we went to the serving officer in government because you really stood out and you were unique and you were a total inspiration to the civil services across the country.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have gone live, Sudhakar, we have gone live. We will be saving this live recording on our YouTube channel called Demonstrative Learning. You can share if you wish. We can also share. We will be sharing. Share it as we on this so that in case others who are looking for your training academies or others, they can replay this and see the conversation. Because our
Yes.
objective is that every civil servant in this country delivers the way you are delivering. You're being honest to your work. You are in a service which has a lot of integrity challenges, but you have lived up to it. You've served that to the hilt, to the maximum. And then you've given your personal time, your family time, with the support of your family, to the rural community development, which is also benefiting the country wholly. So it's you have given every minute of your energy and time to the country, whether at work formally or in personal life by adopting villages and progressing with them. So thank you so much. You are an icon. You are an example for the civil services as a whole, at public service as a whole, corporate world as a whole, because what you are in position is anybody in a position of influence can do what you did. And you
So,
Thank you.
regards, a lot of regards to your family, and sir, this is also a congratulations, and this is also a blessing for your department. We also acknowledge your department and the support that they're giving you, and thank you for your being here, because we feel the department is also a part of this wonderful conversation.
full
Because
marks
you
to your
get-
credit goes.
yes,
Full
because they're
credit
all
goes to your seniors.
to your
Full
seniors.
credit goes to your seniors and your juniors and your
Yes.
colleagues.
We-
Equally credit because they are the one who are inspiring you. They're not coming in the way. They're supporting you, strengthening
Yes.
your hands to do more and more. And
Sir,
that's,
you know,
I think it's very good for the country.
in this conversation, we've truly felt that your seniors and your juniors are with you. I think that is wonderful. That your friends, your family, your colleagues, the entire IRS association, you've made us feel they're all here. They are all with you, and that's wonderful, sir. So our regards to all of them. Our regards to all of them, and we thank all of them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May
Jai
your
Bhai.
tribe continues to increase.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
sir.
Sudhakar.
Best wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you. We will keep track of your messages, which keep coming now on social media
So
about what you do.
Yes, sir.
We are
We will
keeping
stay,
track. Yeah.
we will
Thank
stay
you.
connected, sir. We
We'll
will
stay
stay
connected.
connected, sir. Thank you, sir. Ji,
Thank you.
ji, sir. Thank you. Ji, sir.
Thank you and Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Vande Matra. Thank you.
Jai Bhari Ma, Jai.